Hey, do you remember when a moment was a moment? Now it's a GIF before you even process it. Or sports fans used to hug strangers in celebration after a goal in football, soccer, or after like whatever, a touchdown, whatever it might be, right? Now they're refreshing their feed to check like the VAR. It should be like, hey, did we get the goal? Did we get the yeah? Oh, no. So before the champagne's even warm, you have to check everything and wait for a confirmation. Saudi and welcome to a new episode here for the Funky Pod, Mindful Media and Communication. And no, don't hit the replay button just yet. I thought about upon the replay pun, but then the lyrics left me. So don't hit the replay button just yet, because we have to talk about it first. How is replaying things, killing joy, killing the moment? And yeah, the replay tech in sports was meant to get it right. Like get it right, not kill the magic. Of course, so the intention was clear and understandable. The outcome, however, is the exact opposite. Now the question is, how did it happen? Why is, and as the example, we're just sticking to VAR for a moment, okay? How did VAR ending up killing football magic, for example? And I think that there are several reasons for that, and it's not only VAR's fault, but to a large extent it is. As mentioned in the intro, right, you can't celebrate right away, you have to wait for confirmation, for example. But that's not all, because social media platforms, they help with it. Social media platforms kind of turbocharge the replay into endless loops. Right? You just see it over and over and over again. The moment in which something is happening becomes content way before it becomes memory. What I mean by that is, you can see like different angles, different replays, super slow motion and stuff like this on your phone before you actually really process it. You're like, hey, this has happened. Oh, wait, let me see. It's going to be on X anyways right away. And okay, oh, there's another angle on X, and there's another angle on X. And while it's cool to have replay, I'm not hating on technology. I'm a tech enthusiast. It's great to have that. But if we rely on it for satisfaction, for happiness, then maybe that's a problem. Okay? And if we're just, relying on the content that we see on different platforms to give us joy instead of being in the moment, that might also be a problem. Because usually, you have like this emotional arc when you go to an event. You have that live thrill and live enjoyment. But right now, you have the live thrill. You're like, yeah. Then you have the instant doubt, like, yeah. And then you have to wait for the verdict. Oh, yeah, cool, okay. Yeah, it takes away a huge part of what made live events. Now, why is it happening? Well, different reasons that I mentioned, right? Instant replay in sports, auto looping on social platforms, TikTok, Instagram, X, you name it. Now, why do we have those instant loops, for example? Well, we all crave dopamine hits. That's why we're all on social media all the time, right? You get a notification like, hey, so cool. Well, and then if there's something happens that we enjoy, we want to see it again, and we want to see it again, and we want to see it again. Different angle, different sports analysts talking about it, different pundit giving their thoughts on it. There's Stephen A yelling at something. There's Perk saying something. There's the Last Take Show saying something about it. More dopamine hits. right? Yeah, oh, here and here and here, and I'm gonna listen to this. I'm gonna watch it here. I'm gonna super slow-mo here and gonna different angle there, which is great to have. But if this supersedes the life experience, is this really what we want? Says the media person who lives and works in the media, right? So again, not hating on media technology per se. I'm just saying, is it good that this supersedes the life experience? Because this leads me to a point I have to make that I struggle in making. From a media business point of view, the media logic would dictate that an event's primary value is not the live event itself, it's the replay potential. What and how much content can I get out of an event? The live gate, sure, nice to have. But what do I get out of the event that I can post everywhere, can replay everywhere, get engagement, sell ads, and so on? And now we're switching off the media professor mode for a second. That sucks. Okay, half of the mode back on. There are a few theories in play that help us understand that. Understanding doesn't mean we have to like it though. Okay, just to make that clear. There's like the aura explanation. Aura talks about, I mean, you know aura and aura farming, so I'm not going to dance now. But there's like a theory that talks about the here and now authenticity of something in the moment. And this authenticity of the here and now and life and experiencing something for the first time together with others, that's being stripped away via technology. And because mechanical, technological reproduction strips this here and now away, because you don't have to be there and now, you can be anywhere at any time, criticizing anything that you have seen. Hyperreality, we talked about this before, right? A typical postmodern approach to it. While my mic is doing something weird, works again. Okay. Hyperreality by Baudrillard, right? Typical postmodern theory that we discussed many times before. But hyperreality suggests that, sure, we understand that what we see on TV, on social media, wherever, might not be completely real. However, we don't know how much is fake. Reality shows, anything on IG, on TikTok, is it real, is it not real? We don't know. We know most stuff is not 100% real, but if we take it to be real, then it's real for us, so it becomes real, right? And it's the same thing. The replay now becomes reality, not what's happened in the moment. The replay becomes the reality. So what we see in that moment doesn't matter as much as what we see in a replay. We trust the slow motion over our own eyes. And that is okay for like crucial decisions, but that takes away again from the experience. And then, unfortunately, we are still getting decisions that don't seem to be right. And I'm not mad just because I'm wearing my German jersey while I record this podcast. So I'm not only referring to the World Cup where Spain decided to play handball instead of football. But you get the idea, right? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, there's another theory, and you see or hear me struggle, depending if you're listening or watching, because that theory is called the attention economy. You might have heard of that. And this completely explains why it's happening. So I can actually, we can answer the question, why is it happening right away? Because attention economy tells us, well, how do we make money with attention, basically, right? And the replays, those different angles, those pundits adding their thoughts to it, what does it do? It gets attention, it gets engagement, and that's why it's happening. Yeah, all the platforms, one-off event, yeah, sure, but the replays keep those platforms afloat, keep making them money, engagement, ads, all those things. So they want you to keep looping whatever you're looping. And a few examples just mentioned. There's VAR in football games, for example, right? goals should be celebrations, for example, but then the freeze frame ruins that, right? You see it so often right now. People, football players, they score, and then the first look is not like celebrations, like look over to the referee. It's like, is it a goal? Is it, can I celebrate? Can we celebrate? Is it okay? The live event suffering so much from that. And then you still have situations where it's not helping. Like, what? You see replays. They cut away from the crowd pop to show you every slow motion angle. Great eventually, but if you see like 5 times, 10 times, like, okay, now it's enough. I get it. It's enough now, okay? TikTok, I had to mention it, right? Those micro memes, like short form memes, those single awkward facial expression trends. No, I'm not hating one of those trends, but yeah, you see what I'm saying. Or those short outtakes from, like, let's assume there's a press conference, for example, for a movie, for a sports event, whatever. And then on IG, TikTok, you just see like those 10, 15 seconds over and over again. Like, it's all just for engagement, and we know it, and we still participated. And eventually, right, so the implications for that will be that if you think back at events, the thing you remember more is probably that perfect angle, that slow motion, rather than the imperfect reality. So because I'm just wearing, like I said, I'm wearing this German jersey today, by chance, not on purpose, and I think back to the Euros, right? What I remember is the slow motion of the ball going at Cucurella's hand. That's all I remember. I remember the slow motion. When I now think about it, I see him there. I see his right hand getting to the ball. I don't remember the live moment, like those few seconds where it happens. I remember what I saw on YouTube TV, on the stream here in Thailand, his hand moving to the ball. That replaced that live event feeling. That's so sad. Also, it's leading to a desensitization. Like, if everything is replayable, like nothing really feels urgent. I can watch anything at any time, anywhere. It's great, it's convenient, but it takes away that live event feeling. That, oh my God, we're experiencing this together at the same time. And that leads to one thing that we talk a lot about in one of my classes at uni, the narrative flattening, which is that moments exist in, we call it interchangeable clips in a highlight reel. The context isn't really there anymore. You just look at the clips, and the clips are cool for the 10 seconds that they last, or maybe they last a minute. Then it's cool for that, but you can watch them anytime and in any order, so to speak, and you don't have to watch the whole experience, the whole event. And that's kind of sad, because the context of like the whole event, the whole narrative arc of the whole event gets stripped away. And for us, right, from a media communications point of view, the takeaways we could have here is that, well, we try to engineer spectacle. We try to engineer something spectacular, something awesome, something that an audience wants to enjoy and participate in. Now, unfortunately, platforms, they very much play into that, because platforms kind of decide which replay the outside audience will see first, and that will have a huge impact on the whole emotional narrative, the whole emotional arc coming out of that event. We also have to think about the recontextualization power. That's a difficult word. Yeah, because replays let editors, commentators, meme makers, whatever, override the original meaning. I mean, you might mean something, or like an event could mean something, but then I take it, I edit it, I add like some nice meme headlines to it, I make it into a GIF, and then the meaning changes. And then this might even supersede the initial meaning because it's funny. And lastly, what we now also see, and what I try to explain in the last 10 minutes, we call it experience substitution. That's like the hyperreality part, right? The replay becomes the real memory, if you want. Especially, of course, for those who weren't there. Sometimes even for those who were, right? And if the more people talk about the replays rather than the actual live event, then the replay becomes the reality. So the question at the end of this episode is basically, who needs memories when you've got an endless highlight reel? Yeah, it feels like that the future is now, and it's at, I know, up to you. 1.5 speed, 2.5, 2.5 speed, depending how fast you're watching your reels. Slow down, go to a live event, don't watch all the replays. Let me know what you think at FunkedPod, and we talk again next time. Until then, stay safe, take care. Sawasdee krap.